NFL Sunday Ticket wrapped up its first season on its new home of YouTube TV, and while it hasn't confirmed subscription numbers, research firm Antenna pegs the number of people who signed up for Sunday Ticket through YouTube or YouTube TV at 1.3 million. That's a far cry from the 4.5 million subscribers analysts estimated would be necessary to offset the $2 billion per year price tag Google shelled out for Sunday Ticket rights.
Now reports are out that Google is considering expanding YouTube TV internationally. That could sync with the NFL's desire to grow its international fan base as well and lead to potentially more signups as international fans gain an interest in the sport.
In our own review of Sunday Ticket this past season, we felt the user experience was relatively good, multi-screen features were nice, and as we've shown in other videos, it was both easy to sign up for and easy to cancel.
Besides the news of possible international expansion, Sunday Ticket is making headlines for another reason. There's a lingering lawsuit from when Sunday Ticket was available through DIRECTV that is back in the news again. That class action lawsuit was filed in California in 2015 by commercial and residential customers and goes to trial finally on February 22nd. It's expected to last 6 weeks. And the same judge who ordered to throw out the case 2 years ago, Los Angeles-based District Court Judge Philip Gutierrez, is now presiding over it after an appeals court reversed his decision.
If the NFL and NFL Sunday Ticket are found guilty of antitrust violations, it could change the way NFL games are streamed and broadcast in the future. We get you ready for the trial in this short video where we cover what's being alleged, who could get paid if the NFL is found guilty, and how it could impact what games you're able to watch in future seasons. Let's start with what the NFL is accused of.
The NFL and DIRECTV are accused of violating antitrust laws by limiting the number of games that were available on free channels like CBS and Fox and putting the rest behind a paywall on NFL Sunday Ticket.
Specifically, the court case reads, quote, "This is an antitrust matter based on alleged interlocking agreements that work together to suppress competition for the sale of professional football game telecasts in violation of Sections 1 and 2 of the Sherman Act," end quote.
3 key terms of the NFL's deal with DIRECTV for Sunday Ticket are being argued in the case. First, restrictions on how many games can be made available for free through over-the-air broadcasts on CBS and Fox, and limiting those free broadcasts to 2 in any location at once.
Second, a specific number of regional games, made available only through the NFL Sunday Ticket partner, which at the time was DIRECTV. And third, not allowing games to be shown on more than one channel at a time.
The jury could decide that the NFL provided DIRECTV exclusive control of out-of-market telecasts. It sure seems that way from the marketing materials, and explains the high price of the service.
More than 2 million people and 50,000 bars and restaurants are represented in the suit, and familiar NFL faces like Jerry Jones, Roger Goodell, and Robert Kraft have all been called to testify. Now let's move on to our second factor: who could get paid and how much if the NFL loses?
At the heart of the case is the argument that individuals in bars, restaurants, and clubs paid too much to watch out-of-market games through Sunday Ticket. If the jury rules that the NFL artificially inflated the price of Sunday Ticket, plaintiffs could win as much as $6.1 billion collectively.
It's also possible that the NFL could choose to settle in an attempt to pay out less overall. However, the case document states in Section B, Antitrust Impact and Damages, that one of the expert models shows, quote, significant price discounts of 44.6 to 53.4%, end quote. If the jury rules against the NFL, it's possible that plaintiffs could receive damages equal to that percentage of what they paid for Sunday Ticket.
It will be certainly interesting to watch. Now let's move on to our final factor. How could this trial affect how we watch NFL games in the future? If the NFL loses, it could result in more options for you to watch both in-market and out-of-market games without having to pay $400 or more for them.
The case document itself states, quote, "The rub is that fans who want to watch out-of-market games must choose either Sunday Ticket or nothing. They cannot, for example, purchase out-of-market games individually or by team. This is the basis for plaintiffs' antitrust action. Absent the anti-competitive agreements, the telecasts solely available on Sunday Ticket would be available through other means, which would result in a greater number of telecasts of NFL games that would be more accessible to more viewers at lower prices," end quote. Sounds great, right? I mean, we'd like people to be able to buy just their team's out-of-market games for a lower price.
But it could also result in less convenience. If games have to be distributed among more carriers and broadcasters, it could make it more confusing and difficult to find the games you want to watch. You could have a hard time figuring out where to watch your home team play on a given Sunday.
That's because NFL teams could gain the right to negotiate TV and streaming deals for themselves. And we could end up with a landscape similar to what we've seen with the NHL, NBA, and Major League Baseball games being offered through regional sports networks. In fact, if Bally is able to hang around to the end of the trial and the NFL loses, it could suddenly find itself as an option for hosting games of the most popular live sport in America.
It would certainly be an interesting development and something we'll have to watch. While we don't know how the trial will turn out, obviously, right now, we do know that the Super Bowl wasn't the only big game for the NFL this year. In fact, the trial could turn out to be the biggest game the NFL plays all year.
It's something we'll keep watching, and we'll keep helping you understand how you could be impacted right here on our channel and in our live streams, which are on Fridays at noon Central. Would you like to see Sunday Ticket broken up, even if it means more confusion over finding your team's games in the future? Let us know in the comments below, and if you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can get all our latest news and reviews when they drop. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.